Yo, what's up guys? How are you all? I'm your Shield. Welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today we are back with a new guide of Whiteout survival. In today's video, we are checking a very important topic. This is the third part of my Power Up Guide series because in the Power Up Guide series, I was talking about troops power, chief gear, lot of things. And in today's video, we are checking the building power. Building power is not that much important because the building gives very small number of power. But the main thing is we are talking something about building. If you are a new player or if you are old player, you should know this thing. What building you should upgrade, how to upgrade in Whiteout survival. So let's jump in our video. First I will talk some basic things about building. So if you are planning to upgrade your base, you should mainly focus in two ways. Either you can only upgrade your furnace as fast as possible, or you can do one thing. You can come to any level of furnace, then you can upgrade everything to the corresponding maximum level. Let me tell you something. In the first method, suppose you are upgrading only furnace. In that case, you are upgrading some of your infantry camp, lancer camp, or marksman camp, or sometimes you can upgrade the embassy or command center. That is sometimes you can do, and that is called something rush base. You are rushing only with the furnace. The good thing in this method is your furnace will be high level, so when you are fighting SVS, you have always chance to get more points. Because you know one thing, if the furnace level gap is more than 3, you cannot get the point. That is one good side of rushing the furnace. Another thing is try to reach furnace 30 as fast as possible so you can get the T10 troops, T10 infantry lancer marksman. That is one good thing. The bad thing is every building will be very low level. Like only furnace is in high level and research center will be low level, and other things sometimes can be low level. And there is one more method. You came to suppose F26 furnace level 26 and don't upgrade the furnace. Upgrade every building for the furnace level 26. Then when every building is max level, then you can go for furnace level 27. There are two methods. You can do any one of them. I say rush base is sometimes good. In the starting, rush base can be good because you can get the T10 as fast as possible. When you are entering fire crystal level, then you should not go for rush base. Try to upgrade every building to maximum level, then you can go for next fire crystal furnace. In the starting, you have to upgrade the production building as fast as possible, because when you are going offline, they will give you the passive income. Even when you are online, you are getting the passive income from the production building. So try to make them at least level 20 as fast as possible. Highest level is 30, but try to get level 20, that is some decent level to get some good resources when you are offline. Now there is one more thing. Whenever we are upgrading our furnace, we need to upgrade our embassy, because without upgrading embassy, we cannot upgrade the furnace. There is problem. Embassy is the second building after furnace which take a long time for the upgrade. It take very high time if you calculate. It is the second building after the furnace. So in this situation, you need a second builder. Now try to understand. Okay, I am a creator, so I got the second builder for free. But if you are normal free to play, you cannot get the second builder for free. Now the thing is, what you should do to get the second builder. I say if you are free to play, use your gem to get the second builder. Don't purchase the second builder pack. If you are free to play, you will never purchase. If you are pay to win, second builder pack is not that much important. Second builder is important only in the starting 2, 3 or sometime 4 months. So if you are free to play, use your gem and get the second builder. If you are pay to win, you can just upgrade one building. You can click on the upgrade. Then you can use your speed up and immediately complete the upgrade. So that pack is not that much very important. If you remember when I was making the video of use of gem, there I discussed the very good use of the gem, that is the getting second builder for 2 days. That thing is really good. I mean, the best use of gem, that is of course lucky wheel, then VIP activation, then arena extra challenge, then there are some other events like Hall of Heroes. There are some good use of your gem, but another good use of your gem, that is the second builder for 2 days. And listen, if you are free to play, you need the second builder only in the starting. After playing the game for almost 3 or 4 months, you never need the second builder. With one builder, you can keep playing the game. And if you are pay to win, I just told you, one builder is enough for you. You can upgrade every building with the speed up with one builder. Now try to understand. When you are upgrading anything, it takes long time for the upgrade. You can click on this thing and you can check where from you are getting the speed. Now there are some skill which are active skill, which are passive skill. Those skills will help you to upgrade your building faster. First, I'm talking about active skill. The very basic active skill when you start the game, that is the chief house. Here you can see double time. When you activate this thing, we get 20% speed boost for the construction. Okay, but it stay only for 5 minutes. It will active only for 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, you have to upgrade, start upgrading that building. The next active skill we are getting when we are getting the pet upgrade. In the pet update, we are getting this thing, the cave hyena. In the cave hyena skill, you can see in max level you are getting construction speed boost for 15%. That is also a really good skill. So I always tell, if you are free to play, try to upgrade the cave hyena skill as fast as possible. That will help you in long term. These are main two active skill. Other skills are passive skills. The very important passive skill means that is always active. When you are offline or online, passive skills are always working. So the main passive skill for the construction, that is the growth part of the research. Here you can see tooling up that enhance the construction speed. Okay, I have already made a separate video which research you have to give more priority. You can check the video. But again, I can make another video on research, because in this series I was discussing almost everything, and here we can also check the tech power. So again, I can make another video on the research. And there I told you the growth is the most important thing. You can look, I have completed my growth. Okay, because this one is very important. Then you can go for economy or battle. You can do them later. But if your growth is in max level, you can get speed boost for construction, research, training, then hospital capacity, lot of things. And if you click here, you can check what construction speed boost you are getting. Look, this much construction speed boost I am getting. That is the passive skill. And some more passive skills are there. If you are going here in the Daybreak Island, look, we are going to Daybreak Island. If you click here, you can check. We have some construction speed boost from here. These two buildings, Oak Tavern and Fountain of Joy, they will give some construction speed boost. That is passive, that means it is always working. Next, there is one thing that is in the Zinman skill. There is something in Zinman. I told in my one video, Zinman is not that much important. I can give you several reasons why Zinman is not very important hero. First thing, Zinman is generation 1 hero. Generation 1 stay only for 40 days. In these 40 days, it is extremely difficult to collect your gem and upgrade your Zinman if you are free to play. Next thing, Zinman is not that much important for the arena battle. If you are pay to win, then you can make him 5-star, but if you are free to play, that is a problem. Next thing, if you are using your all gem for upgrading your Zinman, I know you have a very small number of gem in generation 1, but if you are using that gem in generation 1, you may have problem to unlock your flint in generation 2. So be careful in generation 1, okay? And there is one more thing. This thing, construction cost down, construction speed up. This will make some change, but if you rush for this thing, if you rush only for this construction cost down and construction speed up, your other thing can be impacted. I just told you, if you are wasting your too much gem on the Zinman, you may have problem to unlock your flint in generation 2. Last one thing I want to tell, don't upgrade Zinman to a very high level. Just unlock him and upgrade to some minimum level and use the rest of your gem to get the second construction second builder, because we need the gem for the second construction builder. If we don't use our gem in the lucky wheel for Zinman, we can use it for the construction, and that can give a very huge boost. 2 builder, that is actually a real boost. Still I can count Zinman as some passive skill. This one is a passive skill, construction speed up, max level 15%, that is something good. So I talk about research, I talk about Daybreak Island, I talk about Zinman. There is one more thing in the VIP, that is some passive thing, construction speed. I am not talking on this thing because it is some pay to win thing. If you are free to play, if you are keep playing the game, then you can unlock this thing. I will never force anyone to upgrade your VIP level as fast as possible. I cannot tell you this thing because it is time taking thing, not a easy thing. Okay, so I'm not putting any pressure on you for that. There is one last thing we can get construction boost. That is not for the beginners. That is in the castle. Here in the appointment, you can check vice president. That can give you construction speed. Okay, this one will be available only when you have played at least one Sunfire castle, and when you are getting the supreme president, the amount is way more higher than the normal vice president. I mean, when you are normal president, you can get some low skill for normal minister, and when you are supreme president, you can get some better skill for other minister. Now the question is how to collect resource for all this construction, because every construction take a huge amount of resource. I can tell you something. First, okay, I am talking only on basic thing. First, go here in the war section, click on the auto join and enable this thing. If this thing is enabled, you will automatically join other players rally and you will get a small amount of resources from there. Next source of resource, that is the event. If you play any event, you can check there are some resource you are getting, but the amount is very small. Also, there are some other sources, like if you go here in the chief order house and if you go do this thing, urgent mobilization, productivity day or rush job, here you can get some more resource. Now remember one thing, first activate these two things. First activate these two, then activate this one to get the maximum benefit. If you activate the rush job first, then you activate these two things, the production will be very low. But if these two things are activated first, then you activate this one, you will get a huge boost. But there is a problem, your villager can be angry with you. But all of them will give you very small number of resource. If you want more resource, then you have to do the gathering. Every day send your troops for the gathering. And if you are in better position on the map, I mean, if you are on almost the center of the map, look, ice field is not very good thing. Even tundra is not a very good area, but the fertile land will give you a lot of resources. And before sending the resources, activate this thing, gathering speed. You already know this thing. Even this thing is not always very high. So you can go to territory and here you can get some special building, which is alliance gathering node, that can give more resources. Still, it is not very much, what I say, sufficient. It will not give you everything. So the last option is create a farm account. Okay, I have already made a video on the farm account. I can make one more video later. So go to character and create a new character in your same server, and you need a farm account. You can attack your own farm account and you can collect the resource from there. I mean, you are gathering in your farm account and you are attacking your farm account to get the resource in your main account. These are basic things what you need to upgrade your building. And when you enter the fire crystal, you need the fire crystal. I have a separate video where you can get the fire crystal. Here I'm just telling in short. Just daily mission will give you something. Then if you go here in the Intel Lighthouse, you will get something. Then again in the Flame and Fang event, you will get some fire crystal. In crystal reactivation event, you can get some fire crystal. In the missions, you can get some fire crystal. Even if you go to the shop, the state of power shop, here you can get some fire crystal. There are some sources like Mia's fortune and some small events there you can get some fire crystal. Now let's see how to boost our construction speed. First you can go here, you can click on the upgrade. You can see the original time is 18 days. Can you see here on the bottom side of the screen? You can see 18 days original time, and now you can see it is almost 9 days because the passive skills are already working. If you click the here, you can check the passive skills which are working. Research, I told you. Alliance tech. Okay, there is one thing in the alliance tech. It is like when you are in alliance, you can get some boost. In the alliance tech, here you can get some boost. You can click here, you can check some construction speed are coming from here. And if you are already capturing any facility, you can get some construction boost from the facility. Okay, that is some passive thing. And if you also go here, you can check. I told you Zinman skill, VIP level. Also, the Daybreak Island should be here included. But now I will give you some example with the active skill. Look, current time is 9 days, 12 hours, right? First, I will activate the double time. Look, double time is active. And now look at the timing. It is 7 days, 14 hours. Did you see the difference? Okay, I will give you some more example. Now I will activate this thing, build or set. Look, I activate this thing. Now look at the timing. 7 day, 1 hour. It is a bigger boost. And last, if you go here in the castle and if you do some appointment, you can get some better speed. Okay, so you can already see the original time is 18 days. From the passive skill it came to 9 days, and from the active skill it came to 7 days. So before upgrading every building, anything, always activate your skill. That will help you a lot. You can click here and you can check for how much time the skill will be active. Remember, most of the skill will active for only 5 minutes. In that 5 minutes, you have to start the construction. Don't worry. You are thinking after the 5 minutes, the speed up will go. No, bro. If you start any construction during this 5 minutes, it will stay till end of the upgrade. And one last thing I want to tell you, whenever you are upgrading any fire crystal building, you always need the fire crystal. So before upgrading that thing, make sure you are getting some big events. Like if you see here, city construction where you are using fire crystal. Even if you are playing the SBS, there you can see some day where you are getting the fire crystal task. During that day, you upgrade your fire crystal building, use your fire crystal to get some point in the event, to get some maximum efficiency. And I'm telling again, in the starting you can go for rush base. You can upgrade to furnace 30 as fast as possible to get the T10 troops. Later, don't go for rush base. Like when you are already in fire crystal level, don't rush too much for your fire crystal base. Upgrade other buildings to as much high level as possible. Then go for the next level of fire crystal furnace. If you want to check the cost of upgrading the fire crystal building, you can go to my Discord. There you will find the full chart of fire crystal 1 to fire crystal 10 building cost. Lot of people can disagree with me about the Zinman. They will tell, bro, Zinman is very important. Why you are telling us not to upgrade the Zinman? I told you guys, if you are using too much gem on Zinman, in generation 2 you will face problem to upgrade your flint. And Zinman is not that much important for arena battle. Even Zinman can be useful only when you are joining the garrison in the expedition. That's why I do not would focus too much on the Zinman. I know the construction cost down, construction speed up can be good, but for Zinman I cannot make danger for my next generation flint. In today's video I discussed about the building. In this series I am making video about the power up, where I already discussed on troops power, already discussed on chief gear and chief charm. Today I said about the building. Building does not give that much power, still it is something important. If you want to know the other part of the series, you can go to the pinned comment. There you will find the link for the other videos of this series. If you still have some doubt, if you still have some problem, you can write down in the comment or you can ask me in the Discord. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and bye bye.